everybody. Welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and this is my podcast mainly about knitting and family life right now because, hey. I do knitting and I do spinning, not right now, and sometimes I do dyeing of yarn. And I do all that, plus my podcast, plus most of my family living in my home outside of Lima, Ohio. Anyways, today is April the 4th, 2023, and this is episode 301. Thank you for the congratulations on making episode 300. That was amazing to me that I made it that far. Okay, you can find me online on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook once in a while, and WordPress is Naturally Kim's Knitting, Ravelry, I'm NapiersKnits, and then we have the Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group. So, there you could go and share your, just share stories or whatever. There is a thread called chat, I believe. And then you also can enter craft alongs on there. And then Instagram, I'm knitting_Kim. Okay, now comes the advertising part. I am an affiliate with Michaels and KnitPicks. So let me tell you some of what Michaels got right now. Any of you that do any little crafty painting or anything, they have all their paints, all their art paints, off 20% off right now. Then, since we are so close to Easter, you may or may not get it in time for Easter. They have 50% off of all their Easter decor. Then I'm also an affiliate with KnitPicks. And with KnitPicks, you can get free shipping on orders over $100, which is so easy to go over $100 on KnitPicks. So you might as well take advantage of the free shipping. They're having a bear yarn sale, which would really interest me if I didn't have this right now. And I can't buy any yarn right now because I'm not knitting right now. Excuse me, I have to push my sleeves up. I'm getting a little warm. I'm wearing my chosen shirt. I love that. I love that series. We have, I know I'm in the middle of something, but we have donated or given money to each season that they've done because we both Randy and I both love it. I mean, we'll sit there when the new season comes out and start at episode 1 and work our way through again. It is so good. Anyways, back to KnitPicks, sorry. They have 20% off of all of their chroma. I love chroma fingering weight. I love chroma worsted weight. I love chroma. I could put a blatant plea out there that if anybody would ever want to buy me some chroma, I would not object, but just like I love WYS yarn. Anyway, sorry. Then they also have build your own yarn packs. Save 10% off of 10 or more skeins. And they have double pointed needles. Select ones are 20% off. I didn't see which ones. But yeah, they have some that are 20% off. My hair looks kind of weird today. Before I take a drink, let me show you. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer, my sister went out and got me some of these teas. That was a few years ago, and I just opened this one today. It's a caffeinated tea, this one is. So that's why I haven't drank it before this, but it's called Painted Desert. Crisp black tea with chili and chocolate, and let me tell you, it is delicious. Now, a couple of minutes ago, I mentioned craft alongs. Well, let me tell you. Oh, before I do, let me go back and let you know. Being an affiliate, I have a link to Michaels and KnitPicks on my show notes. So if you can go to, I always have to look it up, ksnapier475.blogspot.com and, copy and paste, then I get a couple cents from that, which helps me when I send prizes out. Speaking of prizes, those people have been notified. So if you haven't heard from me, sorry, not this month. Okay, so talking about craft alongs, I always have 2 going on at the same time, but they alternate when they end. That's the word I'm always looking for. Alternate months when they end or when they begin. So for our finished object craft along for the months of, I didn't change that, April and May, I need to change that because It's going to stay up there until I do. Yep. There aren't any little fairies that come along and change my mistakes. Sorry for the wiggling camera. April, May. Okay. So the finished object is going from April to May. Now, any project that you begin after April 1st and finish before May 31st is welcome to be posted. Okay? If you have something that you started in that time but you've not finished, go ahead and post it too. If you're close to being finished, go ahead and post it. Like a pair of socks. Maybe you have one sock done. Post it. Okay? Anyways, which brings us, okay, I'm going to go on with it. Finish object, you go to the finish object for April and May thread, take a picture of your project, post it. If there's a pattern name, please include it for people like me who likes to buy patterns. Yeah, you guys have led me to some that I would have never found. Anyways, then for this one, since it ends May 31st, June 1st, sometime during that day, I will lock the thread and I will use random number generator and we will pick a winner. Random number generator and I. That's why it's we. Actually, I'll pick two. Those people can choose between a $10 Michaels card or a $10 Knit Picks card, or they can get any pattern up to $10. Then anybody who has chosen my random number generator until the war in Ukraine is over, help it be soon, in Ukraine's favor, they will get a pattern from Mila's Knit Corner. Any pattern they choose. So that, because all of her profits are going towards helping those in Ukraine. So and plus she's a dear friend, and she's been on this. I've done so many pattern tests for her, and she's one of our members, I guess you can call us. One of our circle of friends. Oh, that's so good. So, I like to support her. She's had a rough health year too, so I'm not going to say any more than that because I haven't got her permission to. So, our other craft along is Let's Make Socks for March and April. And we've got, 26 days left in this month? Let's see who can get their socks finished and post them. So, I can't remember. The entries that are in there, I like them all so far. Excuse me. Socks must be started on or before March 1st, or any time after that, and must be finished by April 30th. Now, if you only have one sock done, post it, okay? Don't post a half a sock, but you can post one sock, or if you get the pair done, post both, okay? It won't credit you anymore, but, I understand some people get one sock done and get sockitis. I understand that totally. Like getting two done, I'm not going to give you two entries. Just, As you know, I love making socks, and right now it's tearing me apart because I have the socks sitting right here. I got a sock sitting in my bedroom, and I can't touch those. Those needles are too small. See, I can't get my fingers together all the way. So I have to use bigger needles. Actually, I'm not supposed to use my thumb. I use my fingers and navigate it. But still, it's hard to do the littler needles than it is the bigger one, which I'll show you in a minute. So for the Let's Make Sock, it's the same thing as the finished object. Take a picture, post it. If there's a pattern, please post it. Random number generator will choose people on May 1st, prize winners on May 1st. And I will notify those people. Same prices as in the finished object, $10 Michaels or a $10 Knit Picks or any pattern up to $10, or plus a Mila's Knit Corner pattern. Let's see. Now, if you finish a sock, post it in here and post it in the other one because it is a finished object. Anytime you finish something for our extra craft along, go ahead and post it in the other. Because if it's a finished object, why not? Right? You can finish it and you can post them in other people's as long as it meets their requirements. Okay? I've got a fly. Hope it's a fly and not a bee. Anyways, let's see. Oh, if anybody would ever want to donate a prize or sponsor a prize, I know when I first got started with this, I had people volunteer to sponsor, and I would forget. Well, I'm getting better at keeping notes for myself everywhere. So if somebody would want to sponsor, please let me know. I'll be glad to. And you can either sponsor in addition or instead of one of mine. Okay? So if somebody sponsors a prize, but it's different than the knit picks, or or it's a pattern, or it's yarn, um, I could add another winner that month. So okay, let's see. Oh, plus after April 30th, we're going to have another fun or extra craft along. It's called We'll Be Done with the March. Let's Make Socks March for April, March and April. If anybody has ideas, let me know. I could go back to my list, but I love it when, like I had one person that suggested socks this time. So socks it was. So if somebody wants to suggest a craft along, maybe it's a designer. Maybe it's using a certain weight yarn. Maybe it's, baby things or sweater for yourself. If it's a sweater for yourself, I will make it I'll make it a 4-month craft along. Maybe it's shawl craft alongs. Let me know. I love your suggestions. Because, like I said, I love making socks, and I have done a sock craft along before in here, but I don't do them very often because I know not everybody likes socks. But when somebody suggested it, I thought, perfect, let's do it. And I love to talk, and that's all I'm doing right now is talking, talking, talking. Okay, on my needles that I've not been able to touch is my temperature Afghan, and it's through the beginning of June. My Dancing T-Rex sweater for Tobias, it's hibernating. Because I'm not sure if I work on his or Genevieve's if the thing itself weighs more than a pound. I'm not supposed to do if it weighs more than a pound. So, Soup Kitchen socks, they're in hibernation. However, I have been able to work on Haga Hilliards. So, where was I last week? I have to have my husband moving. It's so funny because I just put a little I wanted a little progress marker on here so I could see myself how far I got. I couldn't get it on because it's hard to do those without using your thumb. And Randy was here. I said, Randy, could you please put it right here? He goes, where? I said, right here. Not on the needle, but right here. So I can see where I am right now. So he did. I've gotten that far. Okay. Let me see if I can find a good. These are little heart patterns, but I'm gonna have them upside down. They don't look like hearts when they're upside down. I'm hoping they look like hearts right side up. See if I can get this one in there. There. See the heart? And this is called Ren, and it's for Taiga. Not sure if it's a fly or a bee. I don't want it to sting me. Yeah, and I'm working on it. I'm gonna have to let her know I'm not gonna get the other one done. When I get it done, I will send it to her, but I'm not gonna get it done. It's taking. I mean, I'm lucky if I could knit 3 rows a night on this, and this is a newborn size. No, this is the 3-month size. So, anyways, yeah. So I'm working on this. I'm gonna have to let her know the other one's not gonna get done. I hate doing that because when I make a commitment, the pattern test, I really like to keep it. Before I found out that I wasn't going to be able to use my thumb at all with knitting, I had signed up for another one right before I went to the hospital. Then I came home with the big old clunky thing, and I had to let that person know this is causing problems. They understood, praise God, because I hate when I commit, I like to stay with it, and so I have to let her know it's not going to get done on time, but I will get it done and posted when it is done because I have the yarn, and it's right now it's going to be for my Indiana granddaughter, but then it comes in the size that my California granddaughter could wear it too. So after I get their sweaters done, that's next on her list. She loved it. Oh, Grandma, I'll make it for you. Oh, because she was disappointed when I told her my knitting is really slowed down. She goes, oh, you have to put our sweaters aside again. I said, I'm sorry. That was like a week and a half ago. I need to hear from them again. I may just have to break down and call them. My daughter is registering them for charter schools out there because she has to get it done. Even though she's moving here partway through the year, she has to get them registered. And I guess she's decided not to homeschool them anymore, which is her option. I mean, Genevieve, fourth grade maybe. Tobias is in first. But I know, if Genevieve wants to go classroom school, Tobias is going to want the same because he's going to want to know what he's missing. So it'll be interesting. It'll be different for them, but it'll be good for them, I think. And when they move here, they have the option of either going to where they're moving to up here. The school that they'll be going to is a nice, small size classroom. It's in a village. Well, it's a college town, so it's a village during the summer months. And if you count the permanent residents, it's a village. But that's where Molly went to college, and she loves it. So she wants to move up there and then have the kids go to school there. I don't think she'll have them go to school down here. I'm in this, where the school she went to. You go to school someplace and you have bad memories, even though you have a lot of good ones. The bad ones somehow outweigh the good. And she had enough bad ones that I don't think she wants to send the kids to the school that they went to. So, which is fine. They're her kids. We moved here because it was in the country. See, I'm just gabbing today. Who cares if I have knitting? I'm gonna gab. I'll let you know. Right before I sat down, I had another cup of this delicious tea. And in the process of sitting down, because I am on the floor, but it is a process because you can't use the phone. And I kicked over my whole cup of tea. I did end up getting another tea kettle. I mean, yeah, the kettle you make the tea in, not the hot water kettle. Because couldn't figure out, my husband knew why, but I couldn't figure out why it was. I was getting all these loose leaves in my tea. One or two is normal for me, but I was getting a lot of them. And I'm like, why is this? And one day he goes, have you noticed you've had a lot more leaves in your tea? I said, yeah. He goes, well, your infuser is broken on the bottom. I said, and nobody's told me. And I haven't looked, I just put it in the teapot, put tea in it, And he goes, yep. So I got another one, even though I love my little round glass teapot with the glass infuser. That's why it broke. So this time I got a teapot with the stainless steel infuser. So, and my husband agreed it's a good one. And it actually holds about 2 cups of my big mug cups. Anyways, let's see what else has been going on. I'm trying to get hold of Ian so we can go over to see my Indiana kids. And like I said, Molly is not sure when they're moving out here between Air Force and other things. She's hoping around Christmas, but she doesn't know. Yeah, otherwise, Randy and his dad are at the doctor's office right now. I said I was going to do the podcast while they were gone. I said I knew it'd be quiet. And Ginger was licking me earlier. She's laying down somewhere, and Heather's at one of her 2 normal positions. I can still bounce with this. However, I cannot knit and bounce. So I moved my big bouncy ball, my big, humongous, sorry, that bothers me when I have podcasts like that. My big, humongous bouncy ball. And I put it in front of where she likes to sleep. And she'll come over to it and lay down, and she expects me to pet her then, and then she gives me kisses, or she's cleaning me, or something, But she's not letting me hold her in the evening anymore. She goes right to Randy. I told Randy, I said, we got her to be my kitty cat because I wanted a second animal. And I said, and she was mine. What happened here? I've decided going through this process has scared her off because it's big, it's hard, it's not like my hand. So, I think it scared her off. Anyways, okay, well, I've talked about family, I've talked about my animals. We're all doing well. Ronald's going to a doctor just because he has some issues, and he decided he wasn't going to try to diagnose himself anymore. So, we talked him into going to our doctor. And I told him he likes to go natural medications. I said, he will give you natural if you tell him that's what you're interested in. He'll do the research and let you know what you should take. And my father-in-law says, I don't even care anymore if it's natural or not. He goes, I'll take it if it makes me feel better. So we'll see. We'll see. Hi, puppy. She come right over here to get some petting. Did you hear me say your name? She's not going to come in front of the camera. No, she's going to lay down on the towel that's soaking up the tea. My little girls. Both my little girls. Anyway, so I will let you go. I hope you guys all have a wonderful crafting week. I hope you don't make any mistakes in your crafting, but if you do, I hope they're little and easy to fix. Gotta put my tea down. Big hugs. I love you all. Take care, and God bless. Bye bye.